Have you ever sat on an airplane, looking out the window at the clouds, and wondered who made this possible? Who first dared to dream that humans could fly? To find the answer, we must go back in history to the story of two brothers whose dream changed the world forever. Orville and Wilbur Wright. Born in the late 1800s in Dayton, Ohio, the Wright brothers were not wealthy, nor did they have advanced education. They ran a small bicycle repair shop, but what they did have was curiosity and determination. As children, they were inspired by a small toy helicopter powered by rubber bands, given to them by their father. That simple toy sparked an idea. What if humans could fly like birds? At the time, the idea of flight was considered foolish. Many inventors had already failed. Gliders crashed, balloons burst, and machines failed to lift even an inch. The world mocked those who tried. The Wright brothers faced the same ridicule, but they refused to stop. From the money they earned repairing bicycles, they funded their experiments. They built gliders and tested them on the windy sands of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Again and again, the gliders crashed. They suffered bruises, setbacks, and disappointment. But instead of quitting, they studied every single mistake. Through their trials, the brothers discovered something crucial. Flight was not just about wings, it was about control. Birds don't simply flap their wings, they balance, tilt, and turn. Inspired by this, the Wrights developed a system called wing warping, twisting the wings slightly to steer the aircraft. They added a movable rudder and elevator, creating the first practical system of control. Still, they faced another challenge. Engines of the time were too heavy to fly. So, they built their own lightweight engine and carved wooden propellers by hand. Slowly, their dream began to take shape. Finally, on the morning of December 17, 1903, history was made. The brothers brought their machine, the Wright Flyer, to the dunes of Kitty Hawk. With the cold wind blowing across the sand, Orville climbed into the flyer, lying flat to reduce wind resistance. The small engine roared to life. The wooden propeller spun, and the aircraft rolled down its track. Then, for the first time in human history, it lifted into the sky. The flight lasted only 12 seconds and covered just 120 feet. But those 12 seconds changed the course of humanity forever. Over the years, the Wright brothers refined their designs, flying higher and farther until the world could no longer doubt them. Their invention laid the foundation for every airplane, jet, and spacecraft we see today. The world was transformed, continents connected, distances shortened, and the dream of the skies achieved, because two bicycle mechanics refused to give up. Their story carries a timeless lesson. Success is not about wealth, education, or privilege. It is about persistence, courage, and the willingness to learn from failure. Every time you look at an airplane, remember that it was made possible by the determination of two brothers who dared to dream. If they could give wings to humanity, imagine what you can achieve if you keep going after your dreams. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories of history and motivation.